is going on, Mile City? Welcome back to Broncos Country News. I'm your host and anchor, Caleb Malden. So, the Denver Broncos are now slated to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. I wanted to get this video out earlier, but obviously due to a few injury list reports, I had to wait. I wanted to see who was going to be listed to play versus who wasn't. And it's tough because I don't know who's going to play and who isn't. But so let's just jump right into it. Let's start with Teddy Bridgewater. Everything I've been seeing shows that he has cleared concussion protocol. At least that's what I'm reading from Mike Kliss. And he reported today that it is likely that Teddy is going to play and he should be good for Sunday. I assume he's going to start. I know Vic is going to meet with the media later, and of course he does that after I've already done the video, but I assume that means Teddy's going to play. I would be surprised if he didn't. That said, however, I will still be nervous because I'm just fearing that one hit and he might be done. Like, that might be the season at this point because concussions are, of course, very touchy. Head injuries are very touchy. He got a brand new helmet. I saw he got a brand new helmet, and I'm just like, hey, as long as it stays secure on his head and whatever keeps him safe, because last thing I want is to get him knocked unconscious again. But Teddy's going to play, and I'm not surprised that he cleared. They said he showed positive signs all week, and according to Pat Shurmur, he was trending in the right direction. So, of course, that's a good thing that we'll have Teddy back under center. As for Graham Glasgow and Dalton Risner, I expect that they'll play. I think they're going to play. I don't know if they will. I think that might be. I expect Glasgow has said that he's going to play. So as for whether it will be Graham Glasgow or Netani Moody that will be plugging in at that guard position, I say Moody instead of Meinertz because it's clear Meinertz isn't ready yet to play, at least to start. Showed that against the Ravens, and I get that Ravens front line is a slaughterhouse, but man, it was a rough go for him. So I expect that they'll have either Glasgow or Moody plugged into that right guard position. As for Melvin Gordon, they've said that despite his little leg issue, I didn't even realize it a leg issue till like Monday. And apparently they've said that now Gordon is indicating that he is in fact going to play, it's good for us. It's good that Gordon is going to play because him not playing would just be terrible for us. As for the game itself, we know Pittsburgh's offense isn't that good. Big Ben just isn't. He can't throw the ball. He can't throw the ball. He can't throw the ball anymore. And they've decided, and their running game, I don't know what's going on. Either they can't block for Najee Harris or they're not designing runs well enough for Najee Harris. But I expect the front seven to get quite a bit of pressure this week. I expect that front seven to go right into Big Ben. I expect Vaughn to get in there. I expect we got Shelby Harris, Draymond Jones. I would say Vic, if there's anyone to blitz this week, it's Ben Roethlisberger. He can't move. He's very immobile in the pocket. I say if there's anyone to blitz, you blitz Big Ben. As for their receivers, they're basically just running a bunch of underneath routes, and they're relying on yak, yards after catch. They're trying to just throw these underneath routes and hope the receivers can break open in the field and that they can just pick up these big first down yardage. So I'm just biting down and I'm playing press all day. Of course, I wouldn't follow my advice if I'm Vic Fangio. I wouldn't follow my advice because I'm not a defensive coordinator in the league. I'm not a defensive backs coach. I'm not a defensive coach. I played defense for 2-3 years when I played high school football, and there was basically a couple years of rotationary defense, and then 1 year I actually started the whole year. So obviously I am not a defensive mastermind or anything, but I just figured you would bite down on those underneath routes because they're not going to stretch the field. The Steelers don't throw deep anymore because Ben doesn't have the accuracy nor the arm to pull it off. So you're not going to have to get worried about getting beat over the top. You just have to worry about that one spectacular catch that Chase Claypool is going to make, and then after that, you're pretty much good. Their tight ends aren't as athletic anymore, despite drafting a guy named drafting Pat Fryermuth. Ebron still has his issues. So I expect the defense should pretty much, I would be surprised if they allowed more than, 10 points. If they allowed more than 10 points, I would, if they got to 13, I won't be like, well, look at that, we gave up 13! No, if we gave up, 20 points, then I would be a little shocked if they got to 20. As for the offense, we're going to see if Pat Shurmur has learned anything, because it doesn't matter if it's Teddy Bridgewater, Drew Lock, or Brett Rippon back there. If the game plan is anything like it was last week, then this is going to be a very closer game than it should be. This Steelers team isn't very good, and I believe that the Broncos should win this game. But it's going to see what Pat can do. Pat Shurmur said in a press conference, he says, "I believe in running the football." Well, good. I'd like to see it, Pat. I would like to see you run the football, because you sure could have used it last week. And the one drive you actually did run the ball very well with that angry run by Javonte, as he was now given that award for the angry run. One time you did use that run, it actually got you points. So I would like to see running the football this week. As for the passing game, I just need the guys to get some separation this time. I know Courtland Sutton isn't going to be like a Jerry Jeudy in terms of creating separation, but that's because he's a big, tall, physical receiver. You throw him these big, tough, contested catches, and he catches them. That's who he is. I expect the tight ends to get better this week. Now, I have heard that Albert O is probably not going to play. I've been seeing that he has an injury concern of his own, so Albert O most likely isn't going to play. I've heard Ronald Darby is a possibility to be slotted in this so far. Great. I would like to see him come back to really help kind of round out the secondary. But other than that, I honestly just think Denver should win this game. But if the offense if the game plan is anything like it was last week, then I'm not saying they'll lose the game, but it'll be much tighter than it should be. But with Teddy back under center, and I've been saying that Teddy's been bailing out Pat. Maybe Teddy bails him out again. Maybe Teddy Bridgewater bails out Pat Shurmur for the fourth game, which would be absolutely nice. But then part of me's like, let's just let Teddy call the plays from now on, right? I mean, at least he knows what he's doing. Anyways, that's it from me, guys. Please let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And I'm sure things are going to change because Vic is going to have his presser right after I'm done with this video. And I'm sure Vic is going to say something that completely cancels out something I've said in this video. Anyways, that's it for me, guys. Please let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Anyways, that's it for me. Broncos Country 303. I'll see you guys later.